Hi everybody, welcome back to another lesson in my Czerny's Opus 599 for solo learners course. In this video we're going to learn number 28. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already done so, and if you like what you see, give this video a thumbs up. Also, I offer online piano lessons. If you're looking for one, there's going to be information below. And if you'd like to get this lovely special edition of Czerny's Opus 599 specifically for solo learners, there's going to be links to that below too. So number 28 is all about legato sixth intervals and also, again, wrist circle. So trying to learn that the hands are never staying static when we play the piano, whether it's scales, whether it's bigger arpeggios or broken chords, the wrist is always free to move and the arm is also moving with the melody. Many times beginners really struggle with the freedom of the hands and they try to stay very tense in certain positions, and these exercises really encourage you to move out of that stiff position and let the hand move and follow the shape of the melody. The left hand is accompanying the right hand melody with broken chords, specifically Alberti bass, so bottom, top, middle, top. We had this so many times in the Czerny book before, but if you know nothing about that, it's really important to keep the hand rounded, the fingers rounded, have a little bit of rotation between the outer fingers and making sure it stays really even all the way through and legato, so keeping the notes glued to each other and very even, no notes sticking out, so no strong thumb anywhere. The right hand is playing the melody. We've got some slurs ending on staccatos and quite big intervals, so it's a little bit stretchier, and then some very playful staccatos to finish off the lines, and those staccatos need to be rounded. We can't play them like this, but instead. So as you can see, when I bounce up, I do a nice rounded continuous motion. It's not an up and down, it's a rounded motion, and it's really important that in piano playing everything is smooth and continuous, nothing is abrupt, especially when you play something expressive like this melody. So let's start with the first section in 4/4 come-in time, and both hands are still in the treble clef in this number 28. So left hand, let's play through the blocked chords just so we really know what we're playing through. So first bar is a C major chord, 1, 3, 5. Second bar is a C major chord, 1, 3, 5. Third bar is a G chord, B, D, G, and then a G7 chord, G, D, F, and back to C. Second line, bar 5, C major chord, bar 6, C major chord, and then B, D, G, G7, and C. And there was a C after the G as well. Now, once you played a few times the chords blocked like this, you will know the fingering and you'll know what positions you need to change between, and then you can add in the Alberti pattern, which is very simple. You just go bottom, top, middle, top, bottom, top, middle, top. And this motion has to be very even and have a little bit of rotation between the outer edges of the hand. Also, because it's the accompaniment, it will have to be much quieter than the right hand melody in order to let the melody shine. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's the left hand. Now the right hand is going to be in these stretchy positions. So starting number 1 on the G above the high C, 5 on the E, and 3 on the C. And again, it's good to kind of ground yourself into this position. And then the melody goes like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's the end of the first phrase. So what do we need here? We need this legato first of all to connect. We need to get the rhythm right, so quarter note, eighth note. The slur is finishing on a staccato, and then because we've got 2 of those, we can alternate the finger number 1, 2, or you can do both of them with 1, but 1, 2 is always better, and then back to 1 on the G. And And again, let the hand move, let the wrist move with these beautiful big intervals. And then, once we finish the second bar, we're going to do these very rounded light staccatos, which are sixes as well, but they are broken up into, again, bottom, top, E, C, D, B, and C major. Second line. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's identical to the first line. Now let's put it together. Now really important to make sure the hands are synced up very well, especially because the left hand has so many eighth notes or quavers. So feeling those beats very strongly between the two hands, the strong beats and the off beats, you're going to adjust in between the quarter notes. So downbeat, bounce, bounce. Now when you do the staccatos, you have to make sure that the left hand stays legato, and that's going to be very difficult, so you need to concentrate on keeping the left hand very connected. Once again, slowly. Bounce, bounce. Bounce, 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 bounce. Second line. Second section is from bar 9 until the end, again between repeat signs. So let's start with the left hand. We have this G chord again. 1, 2, 3, 4. C chord, 2, 3, 4. G chord, 2, 3, 4. C chord, 2, 3, 4. Another C chord. Another C chord. B, C, and finishing on 2, 4. Now here you can do 5, 1, 2, 2, 4. So when you have eighth note Alberti bass for such a long time without any break, that's why it's so crucial to stay very relaxed, because as soon as you start building up tension, it's going to get uneven or very uncomfortable to play. Right hand has a different tune. In bar 9 we have a G7 arpeggio outline, so 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the same again, 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the final line is the same again as the second line. 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hands together. Bounce, bounce. Keep the left hand connected. Lift. To the starting line. Beautiful lines. And finishing on the C major chord. So the key thing in this piece is to feel the lightness and playfulness of those staccato notes, to keep the left-hand accompaniment very smooth and even all the way through, and again to emphasize that right-hand melody. That's what we want to hear. You don't want to make the left hand too loud, but the other way around. And nice and playful. Speed again is secondary. Try to focus on accuracy and correct technique, and if you get those at a much slower speed, you can go a little bit faster. It doesn't need to be too fast, but as I said, none of these Czerny exercises have any tempo mark in the first half of the book for a reason. If you have any more questions about number 28, leave them in the comments.